If you wanted to pleasantly surprise your parents, what would you try doing? It is with this question that St. Nicholas closes the 52nd Thursday letter to the young readers of the illustrated journal for boys and girls, Saint Nicolas, journal illustré pour garçons et filles, a weekly children's magazine published by Charles de Lagrave as of 1880, and to which Maurice Boutet de Monvel was a regular contributor. In charge of going through the young reader's replies to this delicate question, Catherine, Monsignor's assistant, decides to verify if their responses demonstrate the vows of obedience, wisdom, and kindness, writing in the 53rd Thursday letter, published on the 18th of April, 1889. Now listen well, my children, warns Catherine. Monsignor's ravens, Corvinus, Negro, Grain de Cassis, and Œil de Jet, are setting off on a long and distant journey to see if all the good promises that filled this Thursday's letters have been kept. And I hope, after the news they bring me upon their return, that no letter from any little devils will escape the flames of hell, in which I already have thrown so many. As for myself, I think I've been upfront with you. If any of you have deceived me by making a promise you wouldn't or couldn't keep, you will have a big sin on your conscience. It is this scene of the ravens taking flight after the governess of St. Nicholas sent them out bespectacled, so as to better see if the children were keeping their promises, that is represented here in the last drawing of the article, which was entirely illustrated by the hand of the artist. Maurice Boutet de Monvel, who was trained as an academic artist, was one of the first to realize the need for depicting the child's own universe. As of 1881, he decided to devote most of his talent to the art of illustrating children's literature. Drawn in pen and ink, this illustration is constructed with the same strict discipline he would have applied to a painting. The composition is divided exactly in two by the downspout running alongside the building. The perspective of the left half is dramatically foreshortened, emphasizing the slats of the louvered shutters. The right side opens onto an urban landscape composed of flat horizontal planes. In the absence of perspective, the artist creates a balance between the negative space and the areas that are more or less densely shaded to suggest depth, much like the method used in Japanese prints. From the window of St. Nicholas, next to which dangles a fine cord with a ring attached to it, Catherine extends her arm in a movement to thrust the birds into flight, as if to say, "Get along!" dispersing them in the form of St. Andrew's Cross, with its 4 cardinal points, north, west, east, and south. The beaks of 2 of the birds are already extending beyond the carefully defined field provided by the frame, an innovative concept that Maurice Boutet de Monvel will use again in 1896 in La Bataille de Patay, the Battle of Patay, which appeared in his notable album Jeanne d'Arc, Joan of Arc. This concept also recalls the manner in which certain Persian miniaturists extended their compositions beyond the Javal, so as to liberate it from the constraints of an unlikely place reserved for the world of illustration to enter one that is more tangible. Maurice Boutet de Monvel's drawing technique was not only prized for its precision, modernity, and timeless quality, but also for its delicate lines, which were in part necessary, since the drawings were destined for print using a wood engraving technique called bois de boue, a technique that, although it allowed for the printing press to produce copies in high quantities, reduced readability when compared to the original. His work was also admired for its clearly symbolist approach. Steeped in the magical, irrational, and marvelous universe of childhood, it earned him the honor to participate at the 1899 Vienna Secessions exhibition devoted to European graphic arts. The same one in which this drawing found its rightful place on the exhibit hall's walls.